I need a dark background so you can't see my hair against it. Yeah. So here's my not quite rant of the day. So I'm watching videos. I watch videos instead of TV. I put on YouTube and watch playlists. But I'm watching Sweet Maria it's the best source there is for stuff on coffee. Okay, Sweet Maria, that's where you buy your green beans. It's where you watch the tutorials. If you want to know anything about coffee, go to Sweet Maria. If you ask me any question about coffee, the information came from Sweet Maria. Okay, so they have a wobble disc coffee roaster that some guy invented about 4 months ago. It's this newest thing. It looks really cool. It looks really practical. Okay, but it's billed as this incredibly cheap thing you can make because it's made with a $15 heat gun. So I sat down with a pen and paper and price checked every item on the needs list because these are the things you need. Not the things you need to build it with, but the things you need for it. The heat gun, the wobble disc, the screwdriver. It uses a screwdriver for a handle. The filter, all the things that go into the actual device. $285. $285 bought from Harbor Freight, the cheapest source possible. If you go for a higher quality on anything, you're in the $500 range. A really cheap coffee roaster is $250 to $300. A decent coffee roaster is in the $500 range. Why would I make from scratch a coffee roaster from non-specific parts for the same price I can buy a coffee roaster? Now, if it was half the price, sure, I might actually start acquiring those pieces and doing it. Okay? I roast in a pan. It's a quibble of mine. It's a quibble of mine when somebody promotes something as saving money and you go through and you count how much money is involved and you're not saving any money, you're just able to buy it on installment. Okay? Because that's all it comes down to is I don't have $300 for a coffee roaster, but I can budget $20 this week and $20 in a couple of weeks and $20 and $20 and keep a box going until I have everything ready and then build my coffee roaster. Or I could put $20 in an envelope and 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 buy my coffee roaster. Yeah, it's never been a priority for me. Buying a coffee roaster. I mean, I'd love one, yes, but it's not a priority. But this happens with so many different things, with yarn, with sewing, with gardening. Watch my really cheap process for making this almost free garden bed. Start with $300 worth of lumber you just happen to have lying around and 17 eye bolts you just happen to have lying around and the drill with the very specific sized drill bit that you just happen to have lying around. No, I don't have these things lying around, therefore your almost free garden bed's going to cost me $400. Watch me do my almost free garden using 65 yards of dirt that's just piled in the corner of my yard. Dirt's expensive. Okay? These are things that really get to me. They really, really do. It's like when you see a headline, make this for dinner, you have everything already on hand, and I open it up, and it's like, I don't have lamb chops on hand. Who has tomahawk beef sirloin on hand? That's not a thing. I don't have these things on hand. Okay, salt and pepper. I have salt and pepper on hand. I did that the other day. There was a green chili enchilada that looked really good. And I was like, okay, that looks like I might have the ingredients on hand. I open it up and it's asking for 17 different things that are all not pantry staples. It's like, if you tell me this is a pantry recipe and then you ask for fresh ingredients, I'm gonna be annoyed. Because fresh ingredients don't live in your pantry. Things in cans and jars live in your pantry. My breakfast is giving me burps really bad. And my coffee sucks. I'm all out of decent quality coffee and I'm drinking dollar store coffee. And this is my second cup and it really sucks. And it's cold. I wasn't anticipating that. The cup still has some warmth. Anyway, that was my rant for the day, is things that claim they're going to be cheap that aren't cheap. There's an old joke about buying a tattoo on installment because you go in and you get a session done and you get a session done and you get a session done and eventually it's done. 3 more payments and this baby's mine. I feel that way about a lot of the hack videos out there, You too can start working with resin. Watch this tutorial on how to do resin really, really easy and inexpensive. Start with $300 worth of resin material. Start with silicone molds. I want to do resin. I've wanted to do resin for years. Okay, I'm not even going to go into the story about telling a certain person I thought was a friend all about how I wanted to do these resin necklaces, and they placed a $5,000 order from Alibaba the next week. Okay, I'm not even going to go into that. I've wanted to do resin for years. It's expensive. Okay. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to, at some point, come up with a list of YouTube channels I've binged recently and do a thing on that. That'll be fun, especially since I can't show them on screen and you'll have to go to the list. That'll be fun. Anyway, I have so much energy, can't you tell? I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.